right, this one is, if you're having crazy pregnancy dreams, rumor has it that your baby's gender is opposite of the gender that you dream about. Did you ever have dreams about
I actually had a dream of each, and they're both correct.
Oh, wow.
So.
She is a total boss babe, owner of her own PR firm, a writer and mom of one, but soon to be two, who has inspired a lot of women in the journey of motherhood. You guys, please welcome Laura Gimbert.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hello, and your little baby bump. Oh my gosh. It's like you always want to touch baby bumps, right?
Yeah. Is that weird when people just reach for your stomach and touch you?
I mean, if it's a random person, but you know, like.
Well, we have four people on the couch today, right?
Correct. Yeah. A boy is joining us.
And you have a girl. And tell us about your natural birth.
Well, it was amazing. Honestly,
I've never heard that.
I know. Well, this is the thing, you know, all my life I always thought, you know, if I have a baby, I go to the hospital and I go through the regular process, which is, you know, getting an epidural and staying there for 2 days. And once I got pregnant, I obviously started doing my research because that's what I do. I love to research whatever I'm going through. And I discovered this other world. And, you know, society just makes us feel so scared and anxious about this experience when we're empowered to it and we're all capable of it. You know, we're made and designed this way. So I went the other route. I actually didn't even go to the hospital. And I had a natural birth and I had a great experience.
I feel like Hollywood does that though, right? Hollywood movies, they make pregnancy this awful thing. And speaking of Hollywood though, you are also have a PR firm that works very closely to Hollywood. How do you balance both of that?
So I work a lot. No, but actually, you know, I had my business for 8 years, so I've been stable for a little bit. It takes a long time, but now that I'm stable and I have a baby too, it's easier to balance because I found my rhythm. I just feel like it's really hard to make a plan. I just go with the flow and figure it out along the way. You know, it's not like I've always like planned to do this way.
And you're working from home, you said?
Yes. So before I used to have an office.
Okay.
But,
what has been like the main benefits do you feel about working from home as opposed to?
So many.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to spend time commuting. I am home with my baby. If I need help, you know, my husband can come over or someone else can come over. For the first year, I had absolutely no help. And now that she's 2, she started preschool part-time. But it's all about just figuring it out, you know, like 1 week at a time. Every week is so different with a baby. So I feel like there's always learning to do. Yeah. And yeah, just balancing things out with, you know, taking it day by day.
How has motherhood changed just the way that you've approached your career? And, you know, like Gia said, you're very involved with Hollywood and this PR firm. How has motherhood changed that? Because this can kind of be like a shallow town, right?
No,
especially
completely.
in PR.
Yes. So before I had a baby, I was working all day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, basically. And then once I had Sophia, I obviously had to find that balance where I couldn't work all day, and I had to include other activities where it was going out for lunch or, you know, being with her, playing, or just going for a walk and taking a break, you know. So I started to really find a balance in my life versus before that I was working and, you know, a little workaholic.
Yeah.
So yeah, delegating more as well.
Yeah, no, that's so good. I want to get back to the natural birth, right? But something interesting that you said is you didn't go to a hospital, like ever. Yeah. Was there something in your research where something turned you away from even wanting to stop by a hospital and seeing what was going on? Like, what was the moment where you're like, I'm doing this all by myself?
Well, the first thing I did was watch The Business of Being Born, which is a documentary.
Oh yeah, I heard that's a good one. Pregnant in America is also a really good one.
Yeah. But The Business of Being Born, it talks about the business of birth, and where obviously it's a money-making industry, right? So once you go into a hospital, of course you have the power to still talk with your doctors and have your own word, and it really depends on where you go and your team and everything, but I feel like they do have a very standard way of doing things, and I just didn't want that being added to the experience, right? So I just wanted to be in full control of my body and what I did. So I went to a birthing center because I wanted to have like a little in between between the home birth and the hospital birth. So the birthing center is all natural, no drugs. There's only a midwife with you and then a nurse as well. And I felt very safe in my own home experience. And it was great. Yeah.
Wow. And so then absolutely 100%, this little boy is coming out naturally, right?
Of course, everything can happen.
Yes.
You know, I understand that there's things that you can't change if the baby is breached or there's, you know, the umbilical cord around the neck, whatever it is, I'm aware that I can end up in the hospital, but if everything is okay,
yeah, there's safety things. I mean, people say to be at least 15 minutes from a hospital.
Exactly. You know, they can transfer you so quickly to, you know, if anything happens. But also what I like about the birthing center and the midwives is that they completely know how to see if you're a good candidate for a natural birth. So there's so many things that you can't really, you know.
Because there's people that their babies have died and they did everything natural and
but
they
that's
did it,
why
you know.
the mortality rates are so low in the birthing center because they know how to detect those risks and then they send you to a hospital at the end.
Well, we could just soak so much knowledge out of you, which is why we're gonna have you stay with us, but we're gonna take a little bit of a break and we'll be right back with Laura Gimbert here on Get It Girl. We are back on Get It Girl with Laura Gimbert, and we are going to play the myths and truths of gender predictions. Yes, this should be really interesting. Okay, I'm going to start
especially because moms have told us so many different myths. This is going to be fun.
Okay, so if you're carrying high, that means it's a girl. Myth or truth? Myth.
I mean, I've had 2 pregnancies and I've both carried the exact same way. So they're a girl and then boy. So
they always say girls are a little bit whiter and boys are
the same with my girl.
The same?
Exactly.
So that's a myth because I believe that one.
Yeah. Me too, but then again, I don't know. Okay. Oh, go ahead.
If you have a rapid fetal heart rate, it's a girl. That one I think I would think that's a myth.
Well, guys, I don't know.
For me, it worked. Sophia was way higher than this one at the same weight, so maybe it's true. But I don't know.
Okay.
If your morning sickness is heavier, it's a girl. Yeah, I think that's a myth.
It was way worse this time.
Maybe it's like
and
so that's a morning sickness when your girl becomes a teenager because she's putting you through hell.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see in like 10 years.
Yeah, we'll have to have you come back. Okay, if you had sex a day before ovulating, you're having a girl. If it's a day after ovulating, it's a boy. I've never heard this.
I don't know.
I feel like sex at any time will lead to either.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, this one goes back to seeing if both ancient and the Mayan cultures used a calendar to predict baby genders. If both your age and the year you conceived are even, you're having a girl. Same if you're both odd, you're even. If it's even and odd is odd, you're having a boy.
That's way too complicated.
Yeah, that's way too complicated.
The Mayans.
But I've heard that is true. People do have sex or they try to conceive.
Both were wrong for me.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you guys try?
No, I didn't try. I just looked after. Just for
they also say like the positions. If the girl's on top sometimes, or like they also say positions will predict if you're gonna have a boy or a girl.
I honestly now don't believe anything. I think I had one of each, and it's
and I think we're just obsessed with trying to control that, right?
Versus just letting
figure it out.
Yeah.
Mother Nature do it naturally.
Did you have a preference of what you wanted your first child to be?
I always wanted a girl and then a boy, and it happened. Although once you're pregnant, you think that you just want a healthy baby.
Of course.
But yeah, I got lucky.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, if your skin is glowing and flawless, get ready for a boy. Hey, your skin is glowing and flawless.
No, it's true. With Sophia, I felt like I was just like so ugly and sucked, my beauty.
Really?
And this time I feel like normal and good, so I feel like that's changed.
One of my girlfriends is having a girl and her skin is vibrant. I think
just
the
really
pregnancy
honestly
glow, maybe it varies with women, you think?
I think it really varies, but for me it was true.
Like so
I'm happy.
Little Sophia was soaking in your beauty too.
The next one's funny. So what color is your pee? If your urine is bright yellow, it's a boy. If your urine is light or dull in color, it's a girl.
I
never looked at it.
You just need more water, people. That's it.
Right? Yeah, if it's dark yellow, you need to drink more water.
That's hilarious.
I don't really tend to look at it.
Okay. All right, this one is, if you're having crazy pregnancy dreams, rumor has it that your baby's gender is opposite of the gender that you dream about. Did you ever have dreams about your gender?
I actually had a dream of each, and they're both correct.
Oh, wow.
So
you did have a dream. What was the dream about? What did you see yourself?
It was just I saw the baby in the first trimester before I found out what it was, and it was the exact sex that I found out.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Gia, have you ever had dreams about your future babies?
No, not that I remember.
It was once I was pregnant.
Once you're pregnant.
Once you're pregnant, yeah. I think, but even me, like when you have dreams with being in relationships, I've never seen a baby. There's another myth though. I don't know. This one's not on here, but the one with the pendulum. My tias used to do that, and they used to put it. It didn't work, so you tried over your belly
just for fun. Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that you tried in terms of like myth busting with your pregnancy?
I just tried everything because I was really curious, but nothing really worked. So,
do you want to know the sex of your baby before?
Yeah, I think so.
I've
had dreams about a boy. Like I feel like whenever I'm pregnant, it's going to be a boy first, but then you never know.
I know,
right?
and I have friends who swore that and. No,
maybe, I feel like a lot of women feel that way. Well, guys, we just myth busted all of these gender pregnancy reveals. Thank you so much, Laura, for joining us. We had a lot of fun with you. How can people find you online?
At PR Boss Babe, and then on Instagram, and then at mombbosslife.co.
Love it, love it.